You're sitting on a bench outside an ice cream parlor in Maine enjoying a couple of scoops of real good ice cream and a chocolate-covered waffle cone, you know, the one with the nuts all over it, or maybe the colored sprinkles, or jimmies as we call them here. And you see a man standing nearby, and that man's waiting for a friend. Well, his friend finally arrives in his car, gets out, and the first guy says, "How you doing?" The guy who just got out of the car says, "Oh, all right. Jeat?" And the first guy then replies, "No, Jew." The guy who just got out of the car then says, "Well, let's go." And what you heard is an example of a really common linguistic phenomenon. It's a kind of reduced speech or a contracted speech. When a few words are pushed together, they're said a little too quickly, they're said very smoothly, and it changes the way they sound dramatically. It happens all the time, all over the world, but what makes this different is the phonemic structure, the sound structure of the words. So you have, in essence, Jeat, which is did you eat, did you eat, did you eat, Jeat, and Jew, did you, Jew, Jew. Okay, so we've got Jeat, no, Jew, which comes from did you eat, no, did you. And what you see here is these words get smashed together, but, and that's the technical term for all of my linguistic buddies. They'll know that's the technical term. What you see here is that you've got did ya, or ja, plus eat. You've got a vowel at the end of ja, you've got a vowel at the beginning of eat, so these things aren't really distinct from each other. But if you change that to, "Did you buy me anything?" Well, you've got the vowel at the end of ja, and you've got the b at the beginning of buy, and suddenly it's a little bit more distinct. And you don't have to depend on context. Now, if you watch these two guys and you see them go into a restaurant, it'll dawn on you, if it hadn't already, that they're talking about having lunch together. But if you have that additional sound, that consonant sound, to make the meaning or the difference or the break between the words a little bit more clear, it's a lot easier to understand. If, by the way, anybody says Jeat to you, you probably might be tempted to respond, "No, Jew." But if you're a real Mainer, you'll probably look at him and say, "No, you buyin'?" And that's how to talk like a Mainer. Now you know.